Hey, my name is Marko Filipovic. I'm the CEO and founder of BooSend.ai, which is the first and only platform that lets you build complete AI sales agent on Instagram. From start to end, you can automate the entire process of the conversation. Now, in this video, I'm super excited to talk to you about how you can connect the BooSend and Calendly, so that way your AI agents that are talking to your leads can now actually book them onto your calendar. So what this is going to allow you to do is literally have AI agents that can talk to the lead from start to end, qualify them, figure out the time and availability based on your calendar and their time zone, and then at the end, it's going to be able to book the call and send them the Google Meet link. It'll literally complete the entire process of booking a call and getting that person to talk to your sales team or you. So in order to get started, let's go over to BooSend screen and let me walk you through exactly how you do this. So when you're inside of BooSend, the first thing you need to do whenever you want to connect any new integration, whether it's Calendly, whether it's Cal.com, whether it's Slack or anything else that we support, you're first going to have to go to the automations page. And then inside of here, you're going to have to go to the integration tab. This is where you're able to manage and add new integrations. So you're going to click on integrations, and here you're going to be able to see all of the different integrations that you can build inside of BooSend. Now, for today, as I said, we're talking about Calendly. So let's go inside of Calendly and just press on create integration. Okay, so when you do this, you're now going to be on a screen that looks like this, and it's going to allow you to basically configure your Calendly. Now, some services may have an API key. However, Calendly has what's called client ID and a client secret, which you need to get and place inside of here to connect your Calendly account to BooSend. Now, in order to do this, you can simply follow this 4-step process at the top. So let's go through it. First, we're going to go to Calendly's developer portal. Now, once you're here, if you're not logged in, you're going to be taken to a page like this. And what you want to do first is you want to log into your Calendly account. Okay, now once you've logged inside of your Calendly account, or if you were logged in the first place to begin with, you are going to be on a page that looks like this. So once you're on this page, all you need to do is to create a new app. So we're going to press on create new app. Inside of here, you can call this BooSend. I'm going to call it BooSend 2 as I already have one that's created. Once you've done that, you're going to select whether it's a web app or native. You're going to keep it as web. Your environment is going to be production, and the redirect URI you're going to take from here. So inside of BooSend, you're going to see right here, there's what's called authorize the redirect URI. You're simply going to press on copy. You're going to go over to Calendly, and you're going to paste that right inside of here. Then we're going to press next. Okay, and now you have your client ID and your client secret. It was that simple. So now all you have to do is you need to grab these two values and paste them inside of BooSend, which I'm going to do off screen so that way I can keep my credentials private. Okay, and it was that easy. Now you have your client ID and your client secret from Calendly, which will allow you now to connect to BooSend. So all you got to do is you got to grab those and copy them. You got to paste them over inside of BooSend. And once you've done it, you're going to press in save configuration. Okay, now once you've saved it, don't leave this page yet. There's one last step to go, which is you have to press on connect with Calendly. Once you press this, you're going to be taken to a Calendly login screen. This is where you're actually going to allow BooSend to use Calendly. So let's press on connect with Calendly. Now it's going to take a couple of seconds and it's going to have you connected. And then it's going to take you right back over to BooSend. And now you're going to see that your Calendly connection is now connected. Okay, so congratulations, you now have your Calendly connected to BooSend. So how do we actually use this now with an actual AI agent? So let's go over back to our automations tab and let's create a new automation. Okay, so now that we're inside of the canvas, let's just assume that we're building a simple automation that every time somebody messages us, we're going to have an agent that's going to talk to the person, and then this agent is going to book them on a call using our Calendly. So here's how it works. We're simply going to add a new step, which is going to be our AI agent. So we're going to add a step, we're going to go over to AI and press on AI agent. Now, for this step, we have to add the Calendly tool. So inside of the tools area, you're going to drag out and you're going to see this menu of all of the different tools that you can add. Inside of here, we're simply going to select Calendly. And now from the left-hand side, it's going to give you a couple of simple options. So the first one is an event type. You have to choose which event type you're trying to book with this agent. So here I can simply select the BooSend creator program. For example, if we're trying to connect with new creators using this AI agent. And once you've done that, you simply have to input a prompt telling this agent how to use Calendly. So inside of here, you would, for example, say something like, whenever you're using Calendly to book an appointment, make sure you ask these 5 questions to make sure that the person is qualified, and only after you have all of that information, book the call through Calendly. This is going to allow you to collect all of the answers and have the agent actually follow a procedure when booking the person onto the calendar. You can also include instructions like whenever the appointment is booked, send back the person the Google Meet link. All of those instructions of how you want the agent to use the calendar tool, you're going to put those inside of this prompt field. Now, one last thing I do want to mention is, let's say we save this configuration now. how do we actually instruct the agent on when to use the Calendly tool? Well, that is actually done inside of the AI agent. So the prompt inside of here is used to tell the agent how to use the tool, but now to the agent, we actually have to tell it when to use it. So in order to do that, you have two different options and they start here. So you can either go inside of your AI step or your system prompt, and it is going to work exactly the same way. And you will type the @ symbol if you're trying to tag someone on social media, and you're going to be able to tag different knowledge bases you have, as well as different tools. So we're going to tag the Calendly tool, and now you will see Calendly appearing right inside of the chat. So the way that you're going to want to use this is you're going to want to tell the agent, use @Calendly at this point in time. I'm keeping this obviously very vague because for every different person, whether you're trying to book someone for in-person meetings, online coaching, online events, is going to be a different procedure. But overall, all you have to do is you simply have to tell the agent when to use the Calendly tool. And you can do this either inside of the system prompt, which is going to make it global and allow the agent to do it at any point in time of the conversation, or you can go inside of the AI steps, and let's say you want to allow the Calendly tool to only be done at step 4, you can simply say use @Calendly right here. And now it's going to use Calendly in step 4. And this is going to give you a little bit more control over what your agents are actually able to do. But this is actually how simple it is. It literally took us a couple of minutes to go inside of Calendly, create an app and connect it with BooSend, and then ultimately connect that Calendly account to our agent so that the agent can actually book calls 24/7 onto our calendar. How crazy is this? And this doesn't only work with Calendly, this also works with Cal.com, and we're bringing other calendars in the future. But for everybody that is using Calendly and everyone that wants to try this out, make sure you go below this video. You're going to have a link where you can try BooSend for completely free for 7 days. You can go inside, build your agent, connect it to Calendly, and see how amazing it would actually feel to have AI appointment setters setting your appointments 24/7 instead of you having to monitor your DMs. But this is going to be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.